Rome was definitely not as good as my last trip. I think it's mainly because last time I went during winter. Sorry, went during summer last time. And there was a lot less people, to be perfectly honest. But it's still a fantastic place. It's still one of my favourites. I just dislike the crowds. So we're now on our way back to Fiumicino Airport. We will be flying out to number 60 later in the afternoon. We will be going to Malta for about 5 days. The Rome airport of Fiumicino, it's the worst airport. Like, hardly any facilities, nowhere to charge your phone or anything. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is rubbish. As it turns out, I'm an idiot. I assumed that my flight was leaving from the same airport. It's not. It's leaving from the other airport in Rome, so I now need to make my way there. Luckily, I am early. But still, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Clearly I didn't sleep well yesterday, and I just didn't read it. But problem solved nice and quickly. I had plenty of time to fix it, but I just didn't want to screw around today. I'll sort it. Of course, we got to the right airport eventually. Took a bit of time, but we were all in and sorted. So we're flying off to Malta in about an hour or so. About half an hour late, but we are finally boarding. Rain has been yelling at lots of people today. It's been quite fun to watch. But we're going now. Thank God Malta has Ubers. Ubers are one kind of taxi that I will take because they're cheaper and they're reliable. Thank God for Uber, to be honest. So we're in Malta, we're in Valletta. So I'm going to be just making my way to the place where I am staying, and then from there we'll get on some things tomorrow. Now I've just heard from the Uber driver that the tickets are free for the bus, so I just need to get one of the cards, and then I'll be able to go wherever I want, which is absolutely fantastic. So I've got 4 days here. 5 days, 4 days, something like that. Maybe an extra week. That'll depend on how things go. But we'll see what happens. It's too dark to see already, but this is cool. This is honestly looking like a bigger version of places like Kotor in the old town right now. I cannot wait till tomorrow morning. Okay, good morning in Valletta. Now, I've decided I'm going to spend maybe 3 weeks here, mainly just for recovery. So like I've been going pretty solid for 5 months. So yeah, about 3 weeks here, so there's so much to do though, from what I've seen. So let's go have a look at a few things. So all of Valletta is basically like a large old town. So you've got the fortress, you've got narrow streets, and beautiful views. I'll show you the views off very shortly. I'm trying to get a bit of cover from the wind, but you can actually see pretty much most of the island from here. So over there, you can see some little ruins like right in the distance. I think that's on the other side of the island. But it looks a lot bigger, but I think the further that way you go, you actually got lots of little towns that basically just go the whole way along the coast. So I've got a hostel here at the moment. But I'm not going to stay. So Valletta is the capital. It's the expensive area to stay. A few of the smallest towns to the north, I found some cheaper apartments. I'm going to spend maybe a week or two just up there just to take in the sun, take in the beaches, and the hiking. There's quite a lot of hiking trails that I saw. And islands. Quite as busy, quite as windy through the main street. Oh wow, this is so cool. Some seriously amazing buildings here. So one thing to note, as much as I know about Malta, is the Knights of St. John used this as a base for a long time. I think from about the 1500s, maybe. And it's also said that one of the popes in the 15th century was vital in building this place. So I'm assuming this became a base for
Geez, that's gone on for a very long time. It became a base for them, I think around the 16th century, the Knights of St. John, and that's basically the influence of the whole city. Holy crap. This is so elaborate. This is even more so than the Vatican, and I was there a few days ago. Wow. My information was pretty accurate in the end, actually. So they originally arrived in 1530, when it was given to them not by the church, but by the Holy Roman Emperor. And then this was built shortly later. The elaborate design was a lot later, about 200 years later in the 17th, but that was the change of the styles. And then you've got all these tombstones on the ground, which are incredibly morbid, but beautifully designed. We're entering another area with Caravaggio, who was apparently a bit of a rebellious dude. That's quite funny. We've got more stairs. The view of the door should be pretty cool though. Give me 1 second. Oh wowee. Incredibly ornate nature of the Catholic Church, even more so than St. Peter's that I was there just a couple days ago. I think the most interesting part was the rebellious nature of Caravaggio. He was an intense dude apparently. Got into lots of fights, kicked out of the order. Entertaining. Alrighty, well let's go into the water. I think I need to re-watch the new Jurassic World and see what sites they actually used here. Curious. Get some shots of the bay. It's going to be quite windy, so cue the music. Looks like the fortress I looked at was closed on the other side of the harbour. This one, the St. Elmo's, which is on the side that I'm on, is currently open. It's also the War Museum for Malta. So I'm going to go in and have a look around and check it out. There we go. So they gained independence in 1964. They had a Russian-American meeting here. Actually. So at the end of the Cold War was the signing of the agreement here. Wow. And then they joined the European Union. That's very cool. Damn, where am I making my way now? See, Malta was quite an important spot in World War I and World War II just because of its position in the world. World War I, actually a lot of Australians came here. From what I believe, it was basically a hospital island for the Allies. And in World War II, they were constantly attacked by the Italians until 1943 when they surrendered. The war had ended for them. And this is what became of it. I do find it remarkable that the end of the Cold War actually happened here in 1989 with a treaty signed by Russia and the US. It's remarkable. Didn't expect that,
way.
I'm gonna quickly dub Valletta the windy city. Just check out that tree in front. It's at about a probably about a 20-degree angle. We'll wait for that one to topple over. As you can see now, I've got the beautiful wind-blown hair look. I've just reached one of the northern harbours. From here, just going to go around the harbour to the other side, along the waterfront. It's just a beautiful small little harbour on the northern end. And now you can see from here just the fantastic fortress that Valletta actually is, built on that side there. It's no wonder the Knights of St. John decided to stay here. Such a strong position. So the weather's definitely not my friend today. Oh, it's nice and chilly and cold. But anyway, I'm just going to go to one of the islands. It's this one right over here. It's been a while since I've seen some cats. Oh, there's another one. There's another one down here. This is Manuel Island. It's in the northern bay above Valletta. Lots of cats here. Returning to the cat first. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so lots of cats here. Again. It's just a little fort that overlooks the bay. I'm hoping to get a good view of Valletta. Quick, the wind builds up. Just down this end here. Should be a decent view of Valletta. Here's the fort that's on the island. Now it appears it has not actually been maintained much. So there's no access, at least from where I am. Maybe from the other side. Still, I can't make my way around to get to the view. Okay, there appears to be quite a storm on its way, because it's coming from that direction. So I probably am going to have to head back. I'm not prepared at all for that. It did rain last night, I wasn't expecting it to rain today. So I'm going to try and get this view and head back to the hostel before that hits. It hasn't stayed away for long enough. Still got about another half an hour to get back. Hopefully it'll be a short one. Been directed through Spooky Ruins by a local. My favourite. Should I be surprised? Not at all. It's blue from the movie.
This was due to the fact that shipmasters.
Yeah, my timing's actually not bad. They appear to be shooting a gun very shortly, so I'm going to go check that out.
Evening gun! Fire! Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that the gun was loud enough and that you've enjoyed today's firing. May I kindly suggest that you give a good round of applause to our boys in uniform for their splendid display.
I could live there. It's got all the charm of a small old town, but it's a decent size. Weather's kept me out of Valletta tomorrow, but that doesn't matter. I want to get out to the countryside here. It's going to be so beautiful. So we'll just leave it at this fantastic view of this city.